Good morning and welcome to another segment of the Good Morning Anambra. And this is the Sports Splash with the man, Mark Anthony. I call him Mark Anthony. A lot of things happening in the world of sports. Yesterday, the UEFA Champions League, the the most recent list for the Super Eagles that will be facing Zimbabwe and Rwanda in the World Cup qualifier crackers. So these are some of the things we'll be talking about on today's edition of the Sports Splash with Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony, how are you this morning?
I'm fine. Of course, I have many things to say concerning this, match that's upcoming against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Though Guavon said that he's not imposing players on Eric Chell. So for me, I would like people to give him time because I know that Eric Chell, as far as is concerned, has many things to contribute in the table of Super Eagles.
All right, you have to keep going. Lots of things to talk about. I hope you stay tuned. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, of course, you enjoy the Sports Splash this morning.
All right, welcome back on ABS Sports Flash this morning. Of course, people kept on showing their reactions based on the Champions League match that happened yesterday, and creatively, kudos to PSG that knocked out Liverpool, and people were still asking questions, especially Liverpool fans, whether they are still going to maintain their lead when it comes to Premier League title, winning it for this year. And of course, Salah in tears, Nunes and Jones penalties saved. Of course, yesterday was it was a clash of titans, and Bayern Munich, Barcelona, and Inter Milan also progressed to quarter-finals. Man United head coach Ruben Amorim, of course, in news conference said something, but I'm going to come back to all these things that he said. And from our sports segment today, we are starting from the local scene. And local scene, I'm talking about the Heartland, the best goal scorer, who gave the club his benefit of doubt that is going to keep on scoring after that, winning that award given to him. And we'll go over to Eguampo, because Eguampo said something that is not imposing any player on a brick chair, and this will make way for Ousmane Dembele, the man who kept on proving his mettle when it comes to Paris Saint-Germain win yesterday in UEFA Champions League. And from there we move over to Man United, and we talk about Chido of Denmark and being loosed by his international duty. And likewise we have what Saliba of Arsenal said concerning winning many titles with Arsenal, but we are going to know whether that one is true. And likewise, one of the Nigerian international players abroad, I'm talking about Aroko Dare, is fit and in form, of course, in that friendly match against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. But we know how fit he is when we come to that sports in details. And likewise, Baka, we are talking about Yamal Lawa, who has been performing stunts creatively as far as being 17-year-old in the box. He keeps on proving his mettle, showing the pride and his passion for football in the Barcelona. And that was exactly what happened yesterday when they knocked Benfica 3-0, 3-1 to gain that victory back to their side. Of course, all this and more are coming to you, but we're going to start with the first headlines about Heartland. They say that Heartland of Owerri's leading scorer, I'm talking about the year 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier League Football League, Suraju Lawan has, exclusively told the sports that he is delighted to be scoring goals, but prefers his goals to help the club achieve major feats rather than chasing personal glory as the league's top scorer. Likewise, Lawa has so far netted 5 goals for the 5-time Nigerian champions this season, sitting atop the scorers chart of 2009 CAF Champions League runners-up. On Sunday night, he came off the bench in a gritty clash against Bayelsa United, and that was at the Dan Anyam Stadium, Owerri, to head in the equalizer for his side. At halftime, during the match day 28 fixture, Suraju was presented with his Imo Swan Award as Heartlands Player of the Month for February. And minutes later, coach Emmanuel Amunek introduced him form forward, and he delivered in form, glancing header off a precise cross from the right. But my target is not chasing the top scorers award. No, it is all about doing my job at the club, and my objective is to contribute my quota to ensure Heartland finishes this season on a good note, not personal glory, according to the striker. As a striker, my duty on the pitch is to get goals, and each goal scored helps the club move forward. We want to achieve bigger things collectively as a team. That's the mindset here, Lawa added. He commended, of course, Imo Swan for honoring him as Heartlands Player of the Month for February, and having previously received the same award in November 2024. I'm grateful to the sports writers. I'm happy to have been selected, and this can only encourage me to work even harder. Kudos to Imo Swan. That's the words of Lawa, who has been, given the award for finishing the top scorer in Heartlands glory. And likewise, talking about the technical director of Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, Augustine Egwafo, has denied imposing players on Super Eagles head coach. I'm talking about Eric Chell. Eric Chell unveiled his 23-man squad for the crucial 2026 World Cup qualifiers against Amavu of Rwanda and Warriors of Zimbabwe, and that was on Tuesday. Egwafo managed the Super Eagles on interim capacity before Eric Chell's appointment. But the former defender has been accused of influencing the choice of players for the upcoming fixtures. And if you believe me, I know exactly what is happening right there. But talking about accusing Egwafo of imposing players on Eric Chell. Eric Chell is no longer a kid. He knows exactly what he has to do and how to do it best. I want Nigerians to get clarity on something. I have been technical director for a few years, and I have attended FIFA workshops where I asked questions a lot, and they made it clear to me that a senior national team coach anywhere in the world has a final say on who he wants on his list. Egwafo said he told the club's website, "We can interact, we cannot interfere. If he says no, it is no." And that's why they can fire his senior national team coach at any time. So I would say Eric Chell took his time to prepare this list, and here has the final say. Of course, that's usually what happens in football. Nobody has the final say except the coach, because he knows exactly his duty and what he has come to contribute to the table of the Super Eagles. And I have been telling people to leave that work. They leave that work for him. Let's see how we can perform his task very well, because looking at this match against Rwanda and Zimbabwe, it is a must-win for Super Eagles if they really want to qualify for this World Cup of 2026. And this has been the Herculean task facing Eric Chell as far as the head coach of Super Eagles is concerned. So let him handle that creditably with that passion, and with his technicalities. We can now know whether he's going to do the job well or not, or whether to look for another person. So let's see what will happen after that match. And of course, that match is still upcoming. We have one of March 16 against Rwanda, and of course March 25th against Zimbabwe. Let's see whether Super Eagles is going to make us proud. Of course, all eyes are on them, to put the country into the prize state. And away from this, let's move over to what happened, especially when it comes to Champions League. Yesterday, we were talking about Ousmane Dembele, who has been in war front yesterday, proving and striking, trying to pull PSG from their, darling recalling moments, of course, and he did that, added with their goalkeeper. I'm talking about the man in making, the man who saved so many penalties, Donnarumma and Gianluigi Donnarumma, because of course yesterday he was able to save that 2 penalties, and from that first goal from Ousmane Dembele in the first half, putting PSG at the forefront. I think PSG were able to put Liverpool to their way, to their exit. This is exactly what actually happened yesterday. And of course, he has it that PSG eliminated Liverpool 4-1 on penalties in a keenly contested round of 16 encounter at Anfield. And that was yesterday. The scoring was opened by Ousmane Dembele. He gives PSG the lead after 20 minutes, and believe you me, the tie was leveled 1-1 on aggregate after 120 minutes. Gianluigi Donnarumma was the hero for the League One champions as he saved from Darwin Núñez and Curtis Jones the penalty state. But for people, Liverpool fans, they were like blaming Núñez for missing that penalty. Imagine a striker of Núñez caliber missing that such penalties. But who are you to blame? This is a teamwork. If he loses, he loses for the team, and the team loses as well. So let's not build that blame on him, because when it comes to pointing blaming hand, I know that fans are they are confident, and of course they know how to do that one. But I'm going to tell you, we have a god of soccer, we have the world of football, and any soccer, any match you are playing, there must come a winner. That's exactly what happened yesterday. The god of soccer is not on Liverpool's side. Of course, according to Arne Slot, he said something creditably about that match played yesterday. He said, "This has been the best of all matches I have involved in." And looking at him yesterday, he was not that frustrated because he knew exactly what happened. And looking at what Liverpool were able to put in the table, they put their best. Even Arnold was injured yesterday, and Salah did everything he has to do in order to secure his side. But see, the god of soccer is not there, and that's why they have to move on. Luis Enrique's side will face either Aston Villa or Club Brugge in the last 8. But that will be if that match is being won. Because I know that, of course, we still have more matches coming on today. And likewise, Bayern Munich won 5-0 on aggregate. Harry Kane opened scoring for the visitors in the 52nd, while Alphonso Davies doubled the advantage 90 minutes from time. Victor Boniface featured as a substitute in the game, while Nathan Tella was named among the substitutes. Victor Boniface took the place of Arthur in the 65th minute. Inter Milan recorded a 2-1 win over Feyenoord, and that was at San Siro. The home team took the lead and threw Marcus Thuram after 8 minutes, while Jakub Moder equalized for Feyenoord and from the spot 3 minutes before the break. Talking international, I'm talking about Hakan netted the winner from another penalty 6 minutes after restart. And Inter Milan likewise qualified for the quarterfinals, 4-1 on aggregate. Believe you me that these things they are coming. They are coming because they went into the game prepared. And looking at what happened yesterday, that early goal used to destabilize the team, especially when it comes to putting pressure in the home or away team. Let me just say away team, or it can even be away or home team. But you see that first goal is something that if you don't wake up early, it will pull your morale down when it comes to players and the effort they make to equalize. Equalizing a goal is not that easy, and that first goal is something that discourages the team if they are not even together. And believe you me that Liverpool, of course, exited from that Champions League. From their exit, I know that they are not going to go backward, because they will start from there. They still have more matches to play, or they still have more titles to play, but I have to give them that benefit of that. They are going to come back strong. And looking at effort they're making to sign many players now, Arne Slot should be given that opportunity to sign players who can, keep on moving the passion for Liverpool. Likewise, Manchester United players swam around match hero Scott MC Tomine in goal celebration against Brentford. Of course, Manchester United are set. They are set, for major squad overhaul, and that will be next summer with 8 first-team players reportedly set to leave. And likewise, co-owner, I'm talking about Jim Ratcliffe, recently admitted that several players are not good enough and overpaid, with United looking to cut their losses on a number of big money signings that have failed to live up to expectations. If you look at the players we are buying this summer that we did not buy, we are buying Anthony, we are buying Casemiro, we are buying Onana, and we are buying Rasmus, of course, Højlund. They bought all these players, even Sancho, but what actually happened? They could not even prove their metal, because when you are being bought, you have to show them that you worth the money they used to buy you. And this is exactly what Amorim is talking about. So they have to step up in their game, because that's something is really wrong with Manchester United. So we have to do that very quickly. Denmark manager Brian Bremer has disclosed that the team is watching the progress of Manchester United forward. I'm talking about Chido Obi, and will do everything not to lose him to England or the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Recall that Obi has been having a decent season for the Red Devils after his impressive display for the youth team before he was promoted to the senior team at the Old Trafford. I had conversations with him, and there has been ongoing dialogue with my colleagues and DBU. He is a super exciting place, and we have praised him and patted him on the back. Likewise, when you are 17 years old and can play for Manchester United, you should be praised. That's exactly the words of motivation for the skipper. But let's see whether he will keep on contributing and making progress in what he's doing for Manchester United. Then, likewise, William Saliba he made his passion known to people, that he wants to win more titles with Arsenal, and he believes that he can achieve his dream of becoming the world's best defender by helping them to win major trophies. The France international will have 2 years on his contract in the summer and has been linked with Real Madrid in recent months. Saliba, who has excelled at Arsenal since he was recalled from League One loans in 2022, said he had yet to open talks over a new deal, but was adamant he wants to win silverware with the club. I'm really happy here, he said, and because we have some years to go, there is no rush at the minute. I want to win big things with Arsenal. If you leave this club without winning anything, the fans will forget about you. I want to win big things. And that was the words of Saliba. I know that as far as Arsenal back is progressing, Saliba is one of the ruling factor there. And away from that, former Tottenham legend, I'm talking about Jermaine Defoe, has described Newcastle striker Alexander Isak as a ruthless player. He made it known in an interview with the club media. He said that Isak remains one of the best strikers in the Premier League at the moment. Whoever gets him, I'm talking about Isak, in the summer, whether that's Liverpool or Arsenal, speaking about making a difference and getting over the line, he's the one. Defoe says about the skipper. So this particular thing is saying more about what the man can do if either Liverpool or Arsenal, Manchester United or Arsenal can get him. But I don't know whether they can get that contract, because looking at what that man has been doing is very excellent. So let's give him up and support him, because I know likewise he has been proving his mettle. Likewise, according to Aroko Dale, he said he's not certainly in his club for improvement, but he wants to make many things happen when it comes to playing for his club. I'm talking about KRC Genk, and Tolu Arokodare has said it's important for him to work on his professionalism, and likewise what he's doing right now is bringing him that call. He brought him that call from Eric Chell in that friendly matches. I'm talking about World Cup qualifying match against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. So let's see whether our strikers is going to do us proud. I'm talking about Arokadore. I'm talking about Victor Moses. I'm talking about Victor Osimhen. And likewise, what of the man in making in Atlanta? I'm talking about Lookman. Let's see exactly what they are going to do when it comes to the World Cup qualifying match against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Of course, this is where we call it a day on today's Sports Flash on the ABS TV. Of course, join me next time, next Wednesday for another sports update. For now, I'm your sportsman, Mark Anthony, saying bye.